Here's the thinking behind the zones in our outdoor space. We know that there's a group of students that really enjoy playing hockey or sometimes soccer, so we gave them a more confined area over here for the running that keeps it in one little area by the gate, where there tends to also be a person who can help facilitate if needed. Then we also have a little picnic table. Some of the students, when they come in and they're saying goodbye to their parents, the fact that they can sit down, have a quiet snack, and still wave at their parents or even talk over the fence just gives them that little bit of connection. Then we have the stumps over here that allows for some gross motor play and often dramatic play, and then students can also move them around as needed, and lots of different building options that can happen in here. We know that this big open space can lead to running, and with lots of students in here that can be really challenging. So we put the tires out for right now, which will also help kind of break up the running space and allow for some gross motor, and students can still move the tires as needed. We also have an outdoor kind of sensory bin where we've put some building pieces in there as well, and that's going to come outside to also go in the middle of this space here. So we'll break up that running space a bit and allow for some building. We cleaned out the woodshed and have laid down a couple of outdoor blankets below, and thought that we could bring out some books or a clipboard. We also have some tarps eventually for students to even hang kind of as that quiet nook. Sometimes it becomes like a house or a dramatic play space, and it could also help with some of the literacy pieces, especially the reading and writing that could happen in the kind of that quiet corner. That leads really nicely to our mud kitchen space, of which we have all of the supplies inside, but that students can easily set up on their own out here and create it on their own. We do have the 2 benches that allow even a space for people to sit down, pretend to eat. Maybe they make it into a restaurant. There's all kinds of dramatic play potential over here, and can kind of extend that mud kitchen over a little bit on either side and block it off a bit. Then we do have another little area for eating with another picnic table that's set down, and again in kind of that quieter space too. Over here we've got a bunch of different wood pieces that we're going to use for some painting, and we thought this would make for a great sensory creative area. Art is a way to express and communicate them with each other and express themselves. There might even end up being some writing that happens on these pieces, but kind of separated out. We will start with water for painting, and then kind of progress accordingly, really listening to the students and how they want to use the space as well. I guess chalk could also make its way into that as another medium, and kind of an unconventional canvas with all of these different wood pieces. We do have our giant tree, but we've created kind of a nook under here by moving the chalkboard over, and then having a space where students can again draw, write, express themselves creatively. With Mr. Griss's office being somewhat near, it's nice to have a little bit of a quieter space for him too, and it does back on with some classroom areas as well. So we'll hopefully be kind of cognizant of that by having a quieter zone near those other classrooms. There is some gross motor with those other bigger stumps, but moved over a little bit more towards our kindergarten area versus towards the junior area. So hopefully that will also keep things a little quieter, but still allow for that big gross motor play as needed. And students do tend to move the stumps around and take the wood pieces too. So that's why we have the wood kind of in this area with fresh sand. We have some water things from inside that we can bring out, so that there's ways for students to also make mud and castles and create like cement and building, but also be able to sort and organize the wood. So lots of math potential there. Figure out what else they need. They can make some lists, all kinds of literacy and math potential happening in that space too, as well as the problem solving. Where is it all going to go? What's going to happen with the excess wood? How's the wood going to be divided between the different areas that students want to use it? So all kinds of different learning potential outside, with a little more deliberate thought for us this year, because we really wanted to think about how we could set up the learning space in this outdoor classroom And with the knowledge too that at times we might open the gate and kind of extend the learning first into that field space. Again, that might provide another running space for people that need that gross motor play in a different way, and eventually out to the forest, which provides its own amazing opportunities for inquiry. So again, really kind of making use of our space and thinking about our outdoor space as well as our indoor space.